Sibs. We turn knowledge into power. This is the Plebz Roost channel, where underdogs rise.
In a world where knowledge is power and confidence is key, we rise from the depths of adversity.
Started from the bottom, just a pleb on the chain. No fame, no gain, just struggle and strain. But I studied the code, learned to ride the wave. Crypto taught me how to build and how to brave. From the ashes of doubt, I mine my worth. While the world tried to crash me, I found rebirth. Bitcoin in my brain, blockchain in my soul. Now I move with precision, eyes on the goal.
They said I was broke, just a pleb in disguise. But I stacked my sats and I opened my eyes. From rug pulls to riches, I walk through the fire. With knowledge and confidence, I'm rising high.
I ain't chasing Lambo dreams, I'm chasing the truth. Reading white papers like scriptures in the boot. Self-custody, mind state, defy my path. Turn my pain into purpose, my scars into math. This is for the plebs, the ones they overlooked. Build it slow and steady while the whales got shook. We meant our own fate, no need for the gate. Crypto's the key, and plebs don't wait.
They said I was broke, just a pleb in disguise. But I stacked my sats and I opened my eyes. From rug pulls to riches, I walk through the fire. With knowledge and confidence, I'm rising high.
They called us Pleb.
Sibs. We turn knowledge into power. This is the Plebz Roost channel, where underdogs rise.
In a world where knowledge is power and confidence is key, we rise from the depths of adversity.
Started from the bottom, just a pleb on the chain. No fame, no gain, just struggle and strain. But I studied the code, learned to ride the wave. Crypto taught me how to build and how to brave. From the ashes of doubt, I mine my worth. While the world tried to crash me, I found rebirth. Bitcoin in my brain, blockchain in my soul. Now I move with precision, eyes on the goal.
They said I was broke, just a pleb in disguise. But I stacked my sats and I opened my eyes. From rug pulls to riches, I walk through the fire. With knowledge and confidence, I'm rising high.
I ain't chasing Lambo dreams, I'm chasing the truth. Reading white papers like scriptures in the boot. Self-custody, mind state, defy my path. Turn my pain into purpose, my scars into math. This is for the plebs, the ones they overlooked. Build it slow and steady while the whales got shook. We meant our own fate, no need for the gate. Crypto's the key, and plebs don't wait.
They said I was broke, just a pleb in disguise. But I stacked my sats and I opened my eyes. From rug pulls to riches.
Yo. What is up, guys? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? It's been a crazy day today, man. Bitcoin all-time high. Everybody's happy. You boys doing a shock drop live. Can everybody hear me? Make sure you let me know if you guys can hear me. Tequila, what's up, my man? Can you hear me, guys? Let me know what's up. 'Cause you know your boy be fumbling all the time. You guys let me know y'all can hear me real quick. Good. All right, man. So, man, great day today. Man, everything is pumping. Bitcoin all-time high. Man, great day. Had a pretty rough day at work today, but luckily I was able to slide away. My wife came through for me in the clutch. She was able to run the restaurant for me. And you know, for you guys that don't know, we own a restaurant here in our area, and wasn't a great idea on our part. It's a lot of work. It's hard to find good help these days, and but you know what? at the end of the day, we gotta kind of count our blessings where we have them, and you know, I'm grateful that we have jobs, and I'm grateful that I get to work with my wife. And so yeah, so Mama Plebz is holding the fort down while I can talk to everybody, and we can answer a bunch of questions. I'm getting a lot of questions in the KGU and just a lot of you know, friends and family on Facebook. So I wanted to come on here and be able to talk to you guys about what's going on, what's next. You know, there's a lot of questions that I'm getting, and I just, like I said, I figured, hey man, why not bring some value to the server and be able to, you know, talk to everybody and try to make sense of what's next for this next leg up. I think that everybody's starting to get that euphoric feeling, and I just want to make sure everybody is kind of level-headed. You know, I think that, you know, this was to be expected, guys. I've been holding the fort down for us for a while. I've been buying and accumulating while everybody was saying that we could go lower, and I pretty much have been holding the side down for us guys. So, you know, I'm not surprised at where we are right now. You know, 116 was a lot of people's top. So we're gonna see if we got a lot more juice left in the tank. I think we do, because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't even know where this pump came from. I think we had some bond auctions that went well today or something like that, but for the most part, you know, I don't really know what the whole pump was about. You know, one thing that we always talk about in the markets, that the markets like to look forward, and anybody that is, you know, has been in crypto, you know, and paying attention to what's going on, is there's a whole lot of buzz going on with Jerome Powell, if he's gonna step down. I don't know if that's true, but the markets sure think that that may be a possibility. So at the end of the day, there must be something really going on. So at the end of the day, you know, we have so many cryptos that are still 40-50% down. So there's a lot of things to look out for, you know, and I want to see if we can help the Discords, you know, find some crypto coins that are maybe not too late to get into, and you know, see if we can check some levels on some coins that we've been talking about for the longest time, like Parcels, and you know, we'll go over XRP. I know everybody loves XRP, and then we're going to talk about a new pick that I think that might be a good one to keep on your radar. So just guys, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a regular Joe Blow. I have, you know, I'm just a regular investor like you guys, even though your boy's been crushing it. Remember, I'm human, I can make mistakes. So just make sure that, you know, these coins that we're going to talk about tonight, make sure you guys are doing your own due diligence. Make sure you're looking up CoinMarketCap, check out the tokenomics. Make sure you guys are doing a little bit of more research before we start talking about some of these things. We don't want to just blindly follow a guy with glasses on YouTube, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's up in the chat. We have a lot of people in here. 15, that's a lot for me, you know, and especially when we're just kind of going, you know, live unexpectedly. What's up, Jasper? What's up, Amanda? What's up, Delvin? What's up, Jan, Amanda? Lisa, what's up? Lisa, how are you doing? Nice to have you in here. Germ, Tequila King, Exploration. I think I already said you already, Amanda. What's up, guys? So, first things first, let's cover Parcels. Parcels has been doing phenomenal, guys. We've been talking about it. We actually called this heavy buy alert over here in this area right here, around the 5.8. And if you guys were participating in that, you got yourself a nice 120% return in 19 days. That sounds good to me. You know, I definitely was buying this right here, and I had a price target of 10 cents, and it went past it. It went all the way up to 12.5. So congratulations, or I'm sorry, 12.30. Tomato, whatever. 12.30. So that was a nice pump. Whoever got in on that, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Like I said, 100% in 18 days, man. That you don't even get that in the stock market off like a lot of these blue chip stocks. So, you know, whoever got in on that, that was great. Since, you know, we started talking about Parcels, man, a lot of stuff's happened. I've been talking to the team a lot. These guys had a Twitter space not too long ago. I know it's X, I call it Twitter. And these guys are doing it, man. They're trying to build. The team is hungry. I'm hungry. you guys are hungry, so it would only make sense that, you know, a coin that's down 90% was gonna have some life in it eventually. So I was looking for 14 cents. It looked like we started to gas out right here. But you know, look, this thing's up 100%, man. So it's only natural for it to take a little bit of a pullback. So now where is the next part to accumulate at? So you guys that are listening to this live stream, you guys are gonna get some free game. Don't get spoiled, okay? You guys got to make sure you guys are tapping into that doctrine tier, making sure that you guys are staying laced up. Sometimes you got to invest a little bit, guys. You know, I don't want you guys to think that, you know, we're not shilling all this stuff in here, guys. There's a lot of information that's being put out here. Like I said, you know, a lot of this stuff, it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. And this is valuable information, guys. Like being able to swap on dexes and be able to do research on these type of things is really, really, really important. So invest in yourself, man. All right. So where's the consolidation points? Where can we get in on Parcels? Right now, I would probably be interested to look at, put an alarm at 10:14. This was the last bounce that we had this morning. You know, it looks a little weak. You know, in the 45 minutes, like I said, we've had a big run up, so it's only natural. But keep your alarm right here at this 10:14. But where I would probably start taking some buys at would be around in this 940. So keep that on your little Coinbase or wherever you guys buy this token at. Put some little buy orders here, and then maybe start putting some at 866. I've gave some prior alerts out, you know, guys, but sometimes things change. You know, when the token starts to pull back more, you know, we have to go back and readjust some stuff because, like I said, this thing's ran up a lot, and you guys have to understand too, when we start moving up like this, it's going to be hard for us to find out, you know, where price is going to retract to because it's ran up so much in short, small time frames that we have to wait for things to kind of chill out for a little bit and see where price goes. So I know a lot of people are messaging me, John, man, where's this going? Where's this going? And the short answer is I don't know. You know, like I said, ultimately I think that, you know, I want to see us to kind of reclaim this 15 cents. But right now, like I said, Bitcoin is going up, and you know, dominance looks like it's cooling down a little bit, but we still gotta wait. You know, stuff could happen. Trump could come out over the weekend and post some crazy stuff, and then next thing you know, we're coming right back down again. So for right now, I think that would be a great area to start at, would be around this area again at 967 and probably down to 923, and then even back to where I said around this 868. So we can start there with Parcels. You know, Parcels is definitely one of my picks that I've been bullish on for a long time. So you guys that were rocking with me and trusting me, you guys are definitely in the green on that. So again, congratulations. But I do want to cover some other tokens because I had a lot of other people messaging me about other tokens. You know, Morpho was another token that we talked about a lot. And Morpho is definitely another one that you guys got to keep on the radar. Called it out around here at this sub 80 cents. So you guys again, no, I'm sorry. It was at $1.08. We were back in over here again, you know, towards springtime. But again, we called it out again in the Discord again, right here at $1.08, $1.10. So from right there to where we are right now, 58%. So we're just killing it right now, guys. But for people that are trying to get in right now, I mean, I wouldn't even be shy to taking a position now. I mean, I get it, you know, it's ran up 58%, but you know, you kind of have to understand that you guys have been on the sidelines for a minute, that we don't have much time to waste. You know, if we start going into maybe rate cuts, or we start, you know, getting some type of more bullish news, this thing's just gonna keep going. You guys that don't know what Morpho is, it's the lending app that's on Coinbase. So basically what you can do is you can borrow against your Coinbase, you can borrow against your Bitcoin on Coinbase with Morpho. So Morpho is the liquidity provider for that. You know, the number one is going to be Aave, but Coinbase has selected Morpho. So Morpho, you know, has an all-time high around $4. So it has a long ways to go from up here, guys. So you guys that are looking for something that can potentially run up this bad boy, please keep it on your radar. You know, Aave is definitely the biggest one of the bunch, but you know, this is still a 2x from the top. And you know, once we have a really confirmed big time bull run, this thing could probably do a 10x. You know, that's just what I'm hoping for, but I wouldn't be mad at a 4x. I have a pretty good amount of money at Morpho right now, so you know, I'm gonna give you guys some more free game. Get a pen and paper out. I'm gonna give you guys some targets on here, and I know some of my group might be mad at me, but you know, I'm gonna try to help you guys out. You know, if you guys are looking just for some short flips, you know, you could take it to $2 or $2.20. Again, you know, like I said, I'm looking for prior highs on this because it's a new coin, big narrative, and like I said, Coinbase is the big dog, and they're the number one crypto exchange. So as long as, you know, things kind of stay in the same realm how they are right now, I think Coinbase will still be the front runner of all kinds of crypto exchanges. So, you know, hopefully people start borrowing against their Bitcoin maybe, and the chain can get utilized more. So I think Morpho is going to be a really good pick that you should keep on your radar, okay? Let me get some soda real quick. I dry mouth. So yes, Morpho. Capo, don't laugh, homie. Can you share your thoughts or share your opinion on ADA? ADA's good, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with ADA. ADA definitely has not been performing well, but I mean, that's the majority of the old school cryptos, man. Let's check it out real quick for you. ADA's at 67 cents. You know, still got a long ways to go, man. You could get a nice little 40-50% from here. 74%. So its prior high was 120, 117. So definitely that, you know, if you drop some good money in there, bro, you know, not financial advice, you know, depending on how this bull run goes, you know, maybe we can hit $1.50, $2. Like I said, it just really depends on how these ETFs really, you know, do well here in the US. You know, I know a lot of people are bullish on them. I'm bullish on them, but you got to think about it, guys. Like, ETH has an ETF, so does Litecoin, and you know, these things are still below their lows. So, you know, I don't really buy into this whole ETF thing. I think it's going to take some time for, you know, a lot of these coins to run up. You know, you have to think about it too. Who's buying the ETFs? It's going to be retail. So maybe next year, maybe when retail gets more money or something like that, we'll see. But you know, if you're looking for something short term, bro, 70-80%, I don't see why, you know, that would be a bad pick if you're just looking for something safe. So I hope that helps you out there. What's up, P? Plebs in the house. You already know what up, man. Crystal, what's up, fam? What's up, weirdo? Amanda Seymour, best place to do a short. Femex. Femex, the links are in the very top. I think one of you guys, the moderators, you can just copy and paste our links from the Discord into the chat. We can get you hooked up with Femex. That's where we all trade at. Your boy is a pretty good trader. If my boy Jacob's in the chat, he's an elite. The boy's crushing it all the time. But I'm pretty good myself, man. I'm done well. So let's check out another pick, guys. Aerodrome. Aerodrome Finance is another one, another banger. A few days ago, I heard somebody saying, "Hey, Jump, what's wrong with Aero?" There's nothing wrong with it, man. You know, all these coins, they don't all move up together, guys. You know, you have to understand that, you know, there's millions and millions and millions of cryptos that are in the market, and they don't all run up at once. So, you know, this isn't like the 2021 cycle where you had 10,000 tokens and the market's so condensed where, you know, $80 billion gets injected into crypto. You can feel it now. It's kind of spreading within different narratives. So, you know, right now, I think Bitcoin, obviously, and the bigger blue chips are going to be taking a lot of the spotlight. ETH as well. But eventually, when DeFi does come back into the narrative, you know, Aerodrome's definitely going to be something that's going to pump up 20%. I don't know if you guys keep up with it, but this thing can bleed out. But once we go back into bullish, this thing just is like a V8, man. It just goes into hyperdrive. It goes, literally can go to $1 within the snap of a finger. So, you know, I had somebody message me, Jump, where is a good place to get in? So if you're looking for, you know, to start getting in, get your pen and paper, 72.5 would be a good one. And you could probably even say 75. You know, if you guys that are coming down here to 66 cents, you can, but you got to understand that you guys are always kind of expecting worst case scenario. So, you know, I don't like to think like that, because what if it doesn't happen? You know, for some of the people that were waiting for XRP to, you know, fall below $2, a lot of these guys, they just sat, you know, on the sidelines for that long, just waiting for, you know, to get picked up. So for me, I'd rather try to get some skin in the game quick, you know, and definitely try to get exposure, because I do think that eventually we are going to run up. So I'd rather just take a position now. As long as it's somewhat of a decent position, you're still way down from its all-time high. So in my opinion, I don't feel like it's bad. You know, in the short term, you know, I'm looking for at least try to see if we can get back up to this $1.50 and see if we can get back to $2, its previous high. Not a problem. And remember, Aero is the #1 DEX on Coinbase, and last cycle was Uniswap. So if Aerodrome can even do a quarter of what Uniswap did, that's like another 15x. So just guys understand that not all tokens are going to have the best bull run ever, but there's certain tokens like, you know, Aerodrome that's getting integrated into Coinbase. That's going to be definitely one that's going to be heavily used. I think Aerodrome still has a potential to hit $5 to $7. You know, for me, I'm just looking for $2. You know, but at the end of the day, $5 is definitely on the cards. And if you guys have the cojones to want to hold it that long, you know, definitely this thing could really be a coin that could really change your life. So again, you know, not financial advice, another cryptocurrency that you guys should have on your watch list. Hayden, what's up, dog? I see you up in the KGU, man. Hope you're doing good, bro. 72 cents. It's a good price, man. All right, let's see. What else do we got? Let's do Avalanche, man. Avalanche is another good coin that we always talk about. So we're getting ready to hit 21 cents. Another coin, man, has so much upside. You know, KGU, my Plebz community, your boy was shouting at you guys at the 15, 16, 17 to buy. You know, it's not that much up from where it's at, dude. It's $20. If you guys are looking for a quick 2x, you know, we could take this thing up to $44. That's a nice, you know, I think 110, 120% return. So, you know, I would probably move in with some cash. You know, I still have a fairly good amount of dry powder. I'm considering going into this one or Chainlink. And, excuse me. I'm considering going into this one or Chainlink to just make a quick 2x. And, you know, making some quick money, man. Like I said, you know, right now, this cycle, it's really hard to read, man. A lot of stuff can happen with Trump. You know, if this guy just starts to start tripping, man, you know, the stuff can get canceled out quick. But this thing is obviously still down massively from its all-time high. Let's check the chart out real quick. I think its all-time high was $100, man. I don't think with, you know, all the dilutions and stuff like that, it's going to get back there. But I think at least if we can hit $60 to at least 75, I think that would be a great pickup for AVAX. So another coin, guys, write it down in your little journal or write it down on a piece of paper, 60 to 75. If we have this parabolic bull run, maybe we can go back to $90. But for right now, that's what I'm seeing. You know, so we can definitely get back to 40. You know, you can decide to take profits and let the rest ride up. But you know, I think that price target is definitely fair for that cryptocurrency. 25 people watching. Crap. That's pretty good for little old me. Let's see. Let's check out Pyth. Pyth is another one that I know some people hold. 11 cents. Look at this thing, man. $1. $1. I don't think it's gonna go back to $1, guys. I think that, you know, a fair price would be maybe 50 cents. So that would be a clean almost 5x from current price. So I think that's fair. You know, if you guys were scooping up at this 8 cents, kiss you on the cheek. Good deal right there. You could take it to 35, get out, make a nice little 4x. Great token. Femex is not letting me create an account, restricted region. It says contact support. You need a VPN, bro. Get a VPN. You can get NordVPN or you can get ExpressVPN. Then you gotta wait till you get cleared. Just let me know. You can message me. I'll talk to Kai from Femex. She'll get you in. Everything's good. You need a VPN, bro. So yeah, Pyth, another great one, man. It's Oracle, just like Chainlink. Show us your best impression of the pump gift. Oh, Jesus. Don't make me show them, bro. So we have this little thing that we do in our community, man. Yo, Jump, I got notified by YouTube this time. Yeah, I know they're trying to shadow ban your boy. I'm too hot, man. We do this little thing in our community. We come up with these little crazy gifts, and we have this aerobics person that's like pumping. It's hilarious, man. I'll share it with you guys one day. I'll probably do it later on. P, show us your pump. Definitely not. My wife will divorce me. Okay, so yeah, so Pyth is another good one. Keep it on your radar. Let's see, what's another one? Let's look up Cedus. Cedus Protocol is another good one that we were talking about. Still down from the all-time high massively, dude. Look at this, man. Another banger, dude. 30 views equals pump. You're crazy. If I do that pump, bro, we'll end up getting 10,000 views, my dude. 27. Oh, no. Man, YouTube will shut us down, bro. All right, so Cedus is another one, man. #1 Dex on Sui. So you can. This is another coin that you can get on Femex, guys. Remember, Femex, you need to get a VPN. If you guys need access to that, you guys just message me in the KGU. You guys, everybody knows where to get VPNs at these days. You can use Express or use NordVPN. And then you just got to set your region in Mexico. And then you can get access to all these coins that you can't get on exchanges like Coinbase. So the #1 DEX aggregator on Sui, you know, they had high, man. So this thing has a lot of room to run. If we can get this thing even somewhat close back to its all-time high. Computer's bugging. Look at that. At least almost a 4x. So definitely, man, y'all dudes are going crazy in here. Just come and live in Mexico. So, okay. So if we can, you know, I think a realistic price point for this, man, would be at least getting back to 40 cents maybe. So that would be another 4x right there, man. So that's another coin, guys. You know, I've covered this a lot with the KGU. 4x Cedus Protocol. It's a DEX on Sui. And that's another one. Man, you guys are going crazy up in here. Your audio. No volume. What the hell? Can you guys hear? Yeah, they said they could hear me. It's probably y'all. Yeah, y'all probably got that. Y'all probably got that T-Mobile internet, man. Yeah, you guys probably just got to exit out and rejoin the stream or something like that. I think you guys got that T-Mobile internet or something. Alright. Anyways, let's get back to it. Y'all guys throwing me off, man. Alright. Alright, so I'm about to give you guys a new pick. Alright. This is Kamino Finance, okay? Now, y'all guys don't be sharing this to nobody else, okay? This is a KGU Crypto Plebz exclusive. This is Kamino Finance, okay? So you guys that already are part of the Discords and you guys that were set up on the Doctrine channels, I've shown you guys how to use CoinMarketCap. You guys get the alert. I'll send it to you guys in the Discord, and you go to markets and it shows you where you can buy this token. Okay, this Saturday I'm gonna have another live stream, educational one. We're gonna hop on here and I'm gonna show you guys how to use the DEX and how to buy this token, okay? And I want you guys to try to do it first. You can get on Phantom. You need Solana because it's a Solana eco-based token, and you can buy it on FEMX. And what this is, it's kind of like Arrow, but it's for Solana. And you can basically tokenize assets on it. I'll give you guys a little bit of more of a rundown in the Discord later on. I'll post the information on it, what it is and stuff like that. But it's a new token. You guys can see the chart. Looks pretty good. You know, it's obviously down as we can see a little bit, but it's starting to make a push back up. So I don't know what this token can do. I'm just kind of been on a hot streak lately. You guys know me. I know how to kind of look for crypto projects, and you guys know that I've been pretty much accurate with a lot of stuff that I've been bringing up. So I want you guys to be watching out for that link that I sent to you guys in the Discord. KMNO, Kamino, well, that's the ticker for it. And you can get this thing on FEMX. I think you can get it on crypto.com if I'm not mistaken. But definitely please keep this on your radar, man. It has a great market cap. I think it's around 90 to 100 million market cap. They're tokenizing assets on there, so I think that this thing could probably get to maybe not $3, probably like 30 to 40 cents, maybe by this winter time. So we'll see, man. It could be a nice maybe 5 to 6x. You know, guys, I call that Maple call. That thing ended up doing a 6x, so keep that on your radar. Alrighty, and then let's see. Let's go over GigaChad real quick. I called that one out last night. That one's doing pretty good. Oof, look at that. $26%, guys, from last night, dude. What's up? What was the coin called again? Kamino Finance. Kamino, Kamino Finance. And then remember, you got to use your coin market cap. Go to markets, and it can show you where you can buy these tokens at. And we'll go from there. I'll touch base with you guys over the weekend. I'll do a live. I'll see if Keenan will let the tier 1 members get in there. You know, like I said, I want to help you guys. You know, I want to help you guys make some money. But it's ultimately up to them if they decide that it's cool. You know, I don't mind helping you guys as long as they're cool with it. So GigaChad, look at this. How much room this thing got to run. I don't think it's gonna go back to the all-time high, guys. I think that maybe this would be fair. Nice 3x. That's just a bet though. You know, we could even go right here, nice 1.5x, you know, 150% return. I'd take that. So if we do start to kick back off, guys, this has a lot of room to run. GigaChad, I know a lot of whales that are buying this token, so keep that on your radar. Let's check everybody's favorite coin, the people's coin, XRP. XRP, there we go, baby. We broke out past these boxes that I set for us, so we're above now. So what's next? Okay, well, we have this previous Fibonacci retracement resistance here at this level right here. Let's see. Oop. Fix this real quick. Hold up. All right. So we got a lot of resistance right here, guys, at this $3. We know that we're gonna have problems there. We've talked about this many times. And then we've had previous problems here in this golden area right here. If we can get past there, you know, I'd be surprised. I don't think just yet. You know, we're running out of steam with a lot of the bullish stuff, so we'll have to see. But if we're gonna be trying to blast back up, you know, I think you guys need to keep this $3 on the radar, man. For you guys that got in, you know, below $1, if it's, you know, or just kind of thinking about an exit strategy. You know, I know a lot of people, you know, they're on this $10 camp, and I'm not trying to piss anybody off. You know, this thing was at 30 cents last year, so we gotta try to just be a little bit realistic. You know, can this thing go to $5? Of course. I think if we get this mass adoption, and definitely, you know, if we get the rotation from Bitcoin into alts, it definitely can happen. But I just get real paranoid, you know, with just the way this market's gone. You know, I just think that, you know, it's a possibility, but I just think that if you were buying back here, don't miss up generational wealth, man. So just at the end of the day, look, it's something to just keep on your radar. If we get past, you know, $3, you know, cool, man. You know, with my XRP purchases, I was making it at 40 cents, 50 cents. So, you know, if it goes to 5, hey, I'm down, I'm happy. But at the end of the day, man, just please, I don't want to see people ride this back down to, you know, $2 and $1 again. So just keep it on your radar, guys. So right now, like I said, we blew past the red boxes. The next level is going to be 265, and the next one's going to be 290 to $3. So if we can get past there, we'll see what's next for XRP. Who's in the chat? Hayden Perro, XRP, P. Lavore, J. Balk, Luis Martinez, John, what's up, my dude? You like Beavis and Butthead? You got the same thumbnail in the KGU Discord, bro. All right, let's check out something else. Anybody got any requests while I'm still here, man? Y'all throw some coins for me, man. Let me know what y'all want me to look at. Oh, what's up, Toby? What's up, bro? Long time no talk, man. How you doing, man? Let's check out Ethereum, man. And then I'll wait for somebody to post something and we'll check it out. Let's check out good old ETH. Oh shit, Kaspa. Kaspa. All right, so ETH is starting to pull back. I think it was almost at 3 G's, man. Pulled back. Man, I don't know about ETH, man. This thing is like just... it's been kind of just like, man, a roller coaster with this coin, dude. I mean, I'm happy that we at least try to re-challenge this, 3K again, but, I would like to see a little bit more from ETH, man. Dude. I would like to see a little bit more from it. I think, if we can try to at least blow past this 3,000, maybe we can try to get back up to 3,400. This would probably be the zone that I'm looking for right now, 3,400. And this is another zone right here, would be probably 4,000. I bought a lot of my Ethereum around the 2,500 area, so when this was back over here in this area, and when we dipped below, I made some strong buys here. So I'm open to get out around this top area, around 4,000. I hope that we can at least get a 6,000 ETH. That's what I'm looking for, but this really just depends on how we get this mass adoption, man. A lot of these stable coins, they're going to be run off of ETH, so that's a good bullish catalyst for it. But like I said, we still need that retail money to push us past that 5K region. So for me, I'm looking for 5K. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'm happy with 4,200 at the end of the day. And I think that was just a big lesson learned for me. Never bet against Bitcoin. I should have just pretty much stayed all in Bitcoin. But like I said, I made some mistakes this cycle, and one of the mistakes that I made was early on was when I swapped from Bitcoin to ETH, because I was expecting to have this parabolic run, and it didn't happen. So fortunately, that was one of the biggest errors that I made, because traditionally we have that swap from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and then from Ethereum to big caps, and it kind of happened that way. But around December, we just lost all the momentum there. So I was still hoping that what we were going through was just a retest, and then when Trump came out with that meme token, it just completely nuked the market. So I was kind of left holding the bag on that. So lesson learned. Next time, don't bet against Bitcoin. So yes, so right now, like I said, guys, I'm looking for this right here, looking for this 34, and hopefully we can get to 38 to 4,000 by September, and then we'll revisit that. Cindy, what's a good wallet suggestion? Tangem is the best. We have a discount code for you guys in the description. You get 10% off. The best wallet, in my opinion, in the market. Let's see. ETH is going to run, definitely. Prime. Let's check out Prime. Yeah, Prime's another good coin. And then, guys, sorry too, man. My voice is like real scratchy, dude. The allergies here where I'm at are just crazy. And I've been talking a lot today. I had a Discord meeting with my group, and we had a little pep talk with some of the traders, and then I had a conversation at my job, and oh my God, my voice is nuked. All right, so look, Prime, another example of a coin that's way down. Down 84% from its local high. From its all-time high, down 90%, dude. So what are the levels for Prime? Kind of right now. We were just at $1.80 right now. So people that were buying, Prime down here, you're up 60%. So, Prime's had a lot of unlocks lately, man. I don't know if we can, get back to this $10, but if you're buying these lows right here, we can get back up to at least, let's see, at least $10. That's a 5x from the lows. So that would be a nice exit. Maybe you could even get out at 6. So, I might pick up some more here to get out and, get a little quick 2-3x. But definitely, guys, keep Prime on the radar. That's another good one, but it's down a lot. high risk coin. It's a depend / gaming / AI coin, multi-narrative. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Say, I saw somebody with Cardano. We just covered that. We'll go over it again though for you. All right. Posted this the other day. Falling wedge. It already broke out. Boom, in the money, baby. We posted this the other day in the Discord, man. Check this out. You guys already know what's up. Exactly to the money. Look at that. 32 cents, man. Your boys on the money. ZBCN. I already covered that one a few days ago. We're up 40-50%. I wouldn't buy it right now. Just wait. If you guys are looking for that new play, Miss Cindy, I would probably recommend you go into Kamino Finance. If you guys need help with that, I will help you guys this weekend. But for me, if I was you, I would look into Kamino. That one hasn't ran up a lot yet. So look, say again, another coin that's down really bad from its all-time high. Its all-time high is around $1.15. Long way to go. I don't know if it's gonna go back to its all-time high, but I think it's fair to say, hey, we could at least hit 50 cents, maybe even go back to 75. You guys know that I've always talked about that. I think that 75 is a fair place to get in, to get out at. If you guys are scooping up over here, when we first called it in the Discord, we called it a little bit over here in this area, around 16. So if you guys bought that right there, congratulations, 100 X's. Man, we got a lot of people asking for Kaspa. What's up with that, Mexi Bear? You got all your Caspians in here? Yeah, we'll cover Kaspa. So yeah, I mean, Say is another one, man. I hold a lot of Say. I'm really bullish on this token. If you guys don't know what's up, Say is a stable coin for Wyoming. I think they're in the lead right now to get they're in the lead to get the stable coin in that state. So keep that on your radar, man. This thing did actually a really big run up. I know a few people were asking me literally just the other day, man, what's going on? Look at that, 30%, dude. It's crazy. Big run up. All right, let's check out Kaspa. Oh, Lord. Oh, what is this? Oops. This was a chart that we pulled up in our last Discord. One of our community members, he loves Kaspa. We're teasing him. I actually bought Kaspa under around a cent, so I sold the top on this coin. I bought over here in this area, and I sold last year in July around 20.65. I made a 20x on this thing. So it's been doing pretty good. You saw that? It's been doing pretty good. Look, it's only down, 40-50%. So it's definitely, I think it's about that time, guys. I guess you can see this double bottom right here. You guys know what's up. These double bottoms, they're usually bullish. Oh, not a double bottom, it's a higher low. And I think that, honestly, I might pick me up a position, because one thing that I know, and I'm not trying to tease fund or anything like that, the Kaspa community has a lot of bag holders from this top area right here. I know a lot of people that were buying Kaspa in this 20 cents, and even down here in this 17, 18 cents. So this is another coin, guys, that if you're looking for a clean, fast 2x, you can take advantage of this situation where you can get it at a fairly decent price. We could have gotten it lower in the 6 cents, but, 8 cents is not that bad. I think that we could probably get in right now and probably get out around maybe 13, 14 cents maybe, but I think 13 cents would be better. You can get you a nice little 70% pump, 60%. I'll take that. Move in with a pretty good, strong amount of capital, get you a nice little 60%. cash it out, stay in some stables, and then wait for the next play. Because like I said, there's just a lot of people that are holding in these areas right here. You have a lot of right here, right here, right here, and right here. All these people that are stuck in this area right here, they need to come out. So I think that, you know, it's good to maybe take a position right here. And hopefully, you know, like I said, we can get that nice little 50% run up and you know, make some quick cash on it. You know, that would be a good swing trade opportunity. Kaspa, you can get this thing, you know, on Kraken. You can get it on Femex. The only thing I think you can't get it on is like Crypto.com and Coinbase. Let's cover ZBCN real quick. I'll cover it for you. Oh, man. Frederick. What's up, my man? Appreciate you for tuning in, bro. And guys, like, I'm not the best YouTuber in the world, man. You guys know from me, from like my personal Discord, I'm not really into like edits and stuff like that. I have so many people that are in my community like, Jump, why don't you make videos? You know, you could do so much. Just cause, man, like, honestly, I don't really care to talk too much, man. Like, I'm an introvert. You know, I do it for my community because, you know, like, it's just, you know, I like to make them happy. They like to, I guess, they like to see my beautiful face and hear my beautiful voice, but at the end of the day, it's just like, man, I'm not really comfortable doing it. You know, I'm really just a low-key kind of guy. I'm not looking for attention or anything like that. I'm happy with, you know, helping you guys out, make money. I'm not interested in being the next Crypto or Us or the next BitBoy. I just want to be Jumpman. You know, I just want to do what I'm doing and help you guys out, make cash. You know, I'm really grateful for Keenan Grace, man. That dude put me on, and I'm good where I'm at. You know, so just, you know, I know sometimes, like, you know, I might not be studio quality YouTuber, and I never will be, because I'm not trying to sit in front of a computer all day and edit stuff. That's just not me. I'm not that type of guy. If I stutter or I fall back on my words, and screw it, you guys are just gonna get Jumpman raw and uncut. What I can say is that I have not cursed in any of my lives, which I'm really proud of, because that's something that I've been trying to work on. I do want to be PG friendly for you guys, because I know that, you know, we have a lot of people that are from, you know, the Christian side that watch me, and I'm trying to be better at that too. So it definitely is helping me clean up the grammar. So, you know, I at the same time, like, I do like to do lives. I'm getting more comfortable, but I just don't kind of prefer to do it. All right, so ZBCN was another coin. Back in April, around March, we called it in the KGU, way down over here. I don't think you guys knew me then, or y'all weren't really paying attention to me. We called it around here. And I made almost about a 5x, 6x. I sold a little too early, and I got out. Then since then, I heard a lot of YouTubers, they were talking about it, and I had a few people mention it to me in the KGU right here. I think it was a lady in the KGU. She's like, hey, Jumpman, what do you think about ZBCN? She had said it around this area, and I remember because I remember it in my head. And I told her, no, stay away from it. And I hope she didn't buy it, but if she bought it, she took a 50% ride down. And I think a couple days ago, I gave my first buy alert on it. I think it was like 2 days ago. And we went up about 50% from there. And I think it was somebody that was in the comment section. LTGG, you know what's up. You guys can vouch for me. We had that 50% pump. I moved some pretty good money in there. I think I moved around 4 or 5 G's in there. Got a nice little 50% return. Cash it out, and that's the money that's gonna go towards my Rolex. Your boy's trying to get a Rolex. And quick, easy money. ZBCN is a really good bullish coin. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that are bullish on it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just interested. I got my long-term bags. This is one that's I would probably categorize as a swing bag. So you know what I mean? Could this thing run up? Definitely. But I'm just more interested, you know, a swing trade in this thing. So if you guys are looking to get in, let's see, get a pen and paper. Looks like we're pulling back already. Set your alarms at 00244441. Okay, so that would be about maybe 20% down from where it's at, and that's pretty aggressive. We may not go that low down, but you guys got to understand that this is crypto. This stuff can happen at any time. We're literally down 16% just in a couple of days, so you know anything can happen. All right. Jumpman versus Jake Paul. What the hell? I'm too old for that, man. Jake Paul's like in his 20s. I'm like 39. If I was 20 years younger, maybe your boy would go at it with him, but I'm too old, man. I'm way too old. That dude would probably knock me out. And I'm a lover, not a fighter. I cashed out on that bad boy, got that 50%. My dude. And see, man, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Look, I mean, again, I'm not a YouTuber. You know, a lot of the crown traders, man, I like to watch them because, man, they make it seem like so natural. You know, when they're talking in front of you guys, like me, I'm all like nervous and stuttering and stuff like that. But what I'm good at, man, I'm good at finding crypto and just finding plays, man. I'm not good at, I'm a good talker, but not like this. You know, when you guys get into VC with me and there's no cameras on, I did that. I got to work on with the chats and stuff, keeping people entertained. I know a lot of people in here, they want me to do the thrust dance, but that ain't happening. All right, let's see. Jasper, what's up, man? Miss Gracia, what's up? She's one of my mods in my personal Discord, man. Great person. I appreciate you so much, Miss Gracia. You do a lot of hard work for us, keeping us laced up on stocks, because your boy doesn't know anything on stocks. Jasper, 5 soul to start thrusting. You're crazy, dude. You're gonna at least have to give me 50 soul. I'll drop my wallet address and your boy will do it. I'll start breakdancing. 40 people. What the hell? Alright, let's see. You got any other coins for me, guys? Throw me some coins, man. Let's go. Let's do it. You know what? You already know what's up, Miss Gracia. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate the moderators in my personal Discord, man. You know, you guys work hard, man. We always share news, man. Let's see. Aerodrome. What time Saturday, if you know? I'm not sure. Probably afternoon. Aerodrome. We covered Aerodrome already, Miss Gracia, but just to kind of give you the lowdown, we got a long ways to go up, ma'am. At least $2. So if you hold it, don't sell it. You'll know when I tell you to sell it, because I'll tell you, sell it, Gracia. But not right now. It's still at 78 cents. We still got a long ways to go. I at least want to see $1.50, so hold the fort. Let's see. I'll pitch in 10 soul. Man, you guys are trying to sexually solicitate Jumpman on here. Come on, man. All right, let's see. Let's check tower for my boy Jasper. Jasper is one of my first people that took the investment in on Plebz. You know, I've known this guy for a long time. He's from Australia, and I'm from the deep south. And, you know, he was one of the first people that started believing in me, man. So I appreciate you, brother. Actually, I love you, man. Good dude. A little strange, but good dude. Now you're good, Miss Gracia. Chainlink or near protocol. I got you next, bro. Tao. So Tau's all-time high, I think we all know, 750, breaking out 375. You know, Jasper, you already know all this stuff, but we got to get past, you know, this 500. We can get past 500, especially where I know you bought at. You bought in really low down here, so you should be trying to get out of here around 600. I think you did pretty good on that. Jacob Strauss, did you look at Say and Pyth? I looked at them both already, bro. And you're an all-star. You don't need my help. I was just bragging about you earlier. Marilyn Christopher, where are you from? From Mexico. So yeah, Tau. Yeah, we got the trade. Yeah. You got the low, bro. You're good, man. I don't know about this 700, Jasper. You know, if we get this ultimate Kamehameha bull run, maybe. But for the most part, dude, I'm thinking that, you know, at least you should be safe around 600, maybe 575, get out. You know, I just don't know how hard this AI narrative is going to keep going, bro. You know, maybe, like I said, 582, 600, put that on your alarm, bro. I think that would be a great exit point to get out. You can tell by the way he says Mexico. Bro, you know dang well I ain't from no Mexico. I'm close. You guys can guess from there. Alright, let's see. I think somebody else said Chainlink. Oh yeah, Chainlink. Chainlink is another coin that I'm real bullish on, man. I hold a lot of Chainlink, dude. Wowzers. Man, look at that, bro. Wow. Time frame. Look at that. Wow. Chainlink is showing strength. Wow. So we got some resistance here at 1563. A lot more here at that $17. You know, man, that would be nice if we can get back there, man. But I definitely we're gonna be looking to get out around $28, $30. Could it go more? Definitely. But I was scooping up here at this 10, around this low area right here. So, you know, if it goes close to that $30, that's a 3x for me. Definitely gonna get out around that area. You know, like I said, for you guys that know me, I've been really vocal about it. I'm looking for 2, 3, 4x's out. If crypto does more than that, I'm happy for you guys. But I'm just trying to get in and get out. I'm trying to make a certain amount of money, and I just want to slice the cake. I'm not trying to take the whole thing. You know, you guys can definitely have it all if you want it. I just want a little taste, a little slice. I'm getting too old for this, man. The markets are just getting to the point where, you know, it's getting harder and harder for me to take these, you know, 10% pullbacks. You know, that's like $30,000, $40,000 at a time, and it starts to really do something with you, man, after a while. Like I said, I'm used to it, but the thing is, though, I don't want to get used to it, you know. So depending on how this cycle goes, you know, maybe I'll be a crypto consultant or something like that. I plan to always be active in the crypto space, but I definitely want to diversify a big amount of my funds into something a little bit less volatile. You know, but we'll see how that goes. You know how that goes. We say that and then we end up doing something completely different. So Chainlink again, guys, 27, 28, 30 would be a good zone to start looking to get out. Let's see what else. Oh, H-bar. H-Barbarians. $0.19. If you don't mind me asking, live plug, where did you buy at, bro? This one right here has some room to go up, man. I think the all-time high was 9 cents? Oh man, you're Gooch, bro. You're Gucci, man. You're doing nice. 2x, man. I mean, if I was you, man, I would start, honestly, like, being real, man, maybe 28 cents, bro. You know, the only thing is, man, don't get sucked into all this hopium stuff, man. Like, you know, I don't want to see people in the family, in the community hold this stuff, man. You know, I think if we start getting this run up to right here around 26 cents, I think it would be, you know, a wise idea for you to start considering to exit. Definitely, you know, we can go back to all-time highs, but, you know, man, it's just, I don't know, dude. There's times where, like, you know, I get super bullish and I think that it's possible, and then I just kind of think about just retail. I think about, you know, everything that, you know, is kind of not really lining up with, you know, all the tokens that are in the market. So I don't want to fudge your bags. I just want you to just at least just keep this into consideration. You bought at 9 cents. You did great. So if you were to get up to 30 cents to 28 cents, I would highly recommend at least taking some capital out. That way you can at least, you know, de-risk a little bit. Maybe leave a moon bag. So maybe sell 3/4 of it and leave the other quarter to ride up to 40 cents and then go from there, man. TD, last cycle I rode too many coins up and back down. I'm trying to avoid it this time. Yep, definitely, man. And it's like I tell everybody all the time, dude, you know, we're never going to sell the top. You know, and you'll always definitely sell the bottom because that's just the way it is, man. You know, the crypto markets are so unpredictable. You know, we had somebody, and I'll cover ATO right now, Capo, for you. We had somebody that was in the KGU last night. And I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that. But the one thing that I'm a big proponent on is, like, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. I don't like when people start looking up meme tokens, like on Deck Screener and, you know, TikTok and Instagram. Because, dude, when you start hopping into the trenches, was what we call them, you have to know what you're doing, man. If you don't know how to swap on a DEX, then you shouldn't even be looking at that token. Because when you buy a token like DG or any type of fart coin, not fart coin, but any type of like super degen meme coin, like these things hardly ever make it over the night. You know, I bought a lot of meme tokens that didn't even, as soon as I laid my head down, within probably an hour of my sleep, they already went to zero. And I just try to steer the KGU away from Steven Ortiz. Yeah, I got you right now on ADA, bro. I try to steer the KGU away from stuff like that because that's not investing. You know what I mean? I know it's the crypto and meme section, but, you know, like it's, believe it or not, it's a skill. And when you do that type of trading, there's so many other things that are out there that you can use, like GMGN. It's like a wallet / DEX tool that you can use like as a stop loss, and not a lot of people know about it. And that's one great thing that we have in our community, and we have a lot of friends that are teaching the KGU about this stuff, is knowing the tools and knowing how to swap on DEXs and how to research these things. That way you guys are knowing how to do things properly, because, you know, it does get irritating sometimes, man, when I see people, you know, trying to buy meme tokens, but they don't know how it works. You know, if you have $1,000 and you're buying some, you know, poop token or whatever these things are called, you know, you got to remember, like, these coins have no fundamentals at all. You know, they're just meme tokens, you know, and especially if you are buying them from people from Instagram or TikTok, they're definitely 100% all scams. So if you're somebody that works in the service industry, or you have a regular 9-to-5 job and you can't be stuck at the computer screen to watch it, leave it alone. The fact that you're even buying crypto is already pretty much risky as it is. That is a whole different level of risky. So just make sure that you guys understand that. So when people ask me about coins like that, and I shoot it down. I'm not doing it to be an a-hole or anything like that. It's just because, you know, I want to keep you guys safe from trash like that, because, you know, there's other guys out there that are experienced and they can do it great. But for the regular people that are just getting introductory into crypto, you guys should be staying far away from stuff like that, because, you know, that's not trading, that's gambling. And when you gamble, you guys are most definitely going to be taking L's there. All right, so let's cover ADA real quick. Chat, what did he say about Pyth? I'll cover it again for you again real quick. You know, you can always rewatch the video, LTGG420. I covered it like in the beginning, but I'll cover it again. But you guys can still rewatch the video though. That way your boy can get monetized, and you guys can leave me super chats. And you guys can help me get a Ferrari. All right, Ada Cardano. So one of the guys in here just messaged me about it. I said that this would be a nice 70% swing trade if we could take this back to its previous high. I'm not saying that it's just going to go to $1.20. I think out of all the big caps, this one has been the biggest underperformer. You know, ADA's ADA, man. It's a blue chip, battle tested, but it's just, you know, maybe Charles Hoskin has a lot to do with, you know, the reason why it's underperforming. Look, I'm going to give you the bullish case scenario. ETFs come through. It's part of this little package with Trump's thing that he got going on. Let's be fair. 250, 275. Okay. From where it's at right now, that is almost a 3x. Okay, 300% return, just about. So if you were accumulating down here at this 50 cents, even 60 cents last week, then you're Gucci, man. That's a 4x. So, you know, could it go more? 64 cents. Yeah, you're good, man. If you can, you know, keep the expectations around that zone, that's a nice 400% return. So, you know, with ADA, you know, that was one that we were pushing in the KGU at, I think we pushed it, at around 60 cents. And I sold a lot of it when we got that announcement that Trump was adding this to this reserve. I made a really quick 30 grand, sold it off. And then I was trying to pick up another bit. And then I sold off a little too quick. I just, you know, for me, I just hold a lot of other big caps. So I kind of took it out of my portfolio, but definitely ADA's a good one. I hold a lot of AVAX. So AVAX and Cardano pretty much have the same chart pattern. So it just made more sense for me to hold AVAX instead of Cardano. But definitely, it's still good, man. You guys make sure to smash those likes up, man. I'm not sure what I got on my side. Let me see. Oh, 21 likes. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. Appreciate everybody that's leaving likes. What's up, Miss Lisa? How you doing? So yeah. Anybody else have any other coins? Holding a lot of ADA. I'd sell it too when it happens. Yeah, definitely, man. Let's cover something real quick. I want to talk to you guys about, you know, another thing that has been kind of something that I wanted to do a video on. I just don't want to do it because I don't want to start drama, you know what I mean? Ave, we'll do Ave in a bit. Proppy, we'll do Proppy in a bit. I want to talk to you guys about some of these YouTuber content creators. I did a video early on when I first started my YouTube thing, but I really didn't want to get involved in stuff like that, you know, because I just don't want to bring drama, you know, and plus I have, you know, stuff going on with KGU, and I don't want to have that kind of attention on myself. But you guys got to be careful with the people that you guys follow. I've seen a lot of community members and a lot of people that are in crypto that are following, you know, certain content creators, and these guys are being involved in a lot of rug pulls and stuff like that. So guys, make sure that when you guys are joining YouTube Patrons and stuff like that, make sure that you are looking for the great people that are doing the work. Like a prime example, Keenan. Keenan is somebody that I always put him on a high pedestal because this dude obviously is making a lot of money, but he still shows up to work. He supports everybody that's in the Discord. He's always checking in on the crown traders. He's always checking up on me. His work ethic is just on another level, man. But I've seen a lot of these crypto Discords, man. There are just so many scams out there, man. And I don't want to mention any names. You guys can definitely find that on your own. But I can tell you from just experience that about 98% of everybody that's on crypto YouTube is full of crap. And I'm sure that, hey, there may be 4 or 5 people out there, that probably think that I'm full of crap too. But, look, you guys that are in the community and you guys that know me, you guys know that I come with receipts all the time. But, I just want to keep everybody safe in the community. And I don't want to, like I said, again, I don't want to say any names and stuff like that. But I just want to keep you guys safe. And make sure that, when you guys join Discords and you guys are being part of other crypto communities, make sure that you're getting value. And making sure that, that people are taking the time to do stuff like this. I'm always, for people supporting content creators, I always ask people, hey, look, if you can support me, if you guys can sign up for the doctrine, I never try to force anything down people's throats. But, just always remember, for people like myself, I'm financially stable, but like I said, I probably would like to do this maybe down the future, and this stuff kind of helps your content creator stay motivated to do this stuff. But at the same time, there's people out there, man, that are they're doing god awful stuff, man. These guys are making crazy money and they're dumping on their followers, and you don't want to be part of that stuff. Like I said, you want to be part of communities that have good track records, and for the most part, show a family environment, which I can tell you that Keenan definitely does that. Sometimes I have a history of using potty words, and definitely, being in that family has taught me to be a lot more PG-13. And like I said, I'm just grateful for you guys, and I'm grateful to be part of that community. All right, so let's get back to the crypto stuff, man. Let's check property, because I know he had asked about property earlier. Proppy is another one of those RWA housing coins. I think if I had to choose between, this one, I would probably go with Parcels, bro, to be honest with you. Proppy's good. A lot of upside. 485. Damn, that's a lot of room to run. Maybe you could, take a position, maybe look for that $2, clean 2x, but definitely this thing had that run up here. Last year, it's pretty much been an obvious downtrend. Has a partnership with Parcels. Who, me? Yeah, so Parcels, in my opinion, is better than Proppy, but Proppy's okay. I'm looking at the chart now, sorry. I don't know, man. This looks good. I mean, it has some room to run, but, it looks kind of bad, though, bro, on the cools. But let me show you another one. I think it's called High Token. This is another one. Look at this one. I mean, you want to look at least something that's ruggy, but has a lot of upside. Look at that. I mean, this thing has been tore up. Much love to you, bro. I learned some valuable lessons from you and Keenan. Thank you, man. Much love to you, too. It's an 8,000x. Definitely not happening, but it would be maybe somewhat of a little of a gamble to take a little position on something like this. High token. That's how VVV looks. Yeah, I know, dude. It's been destroyed. Even if you could buy high, dude, this is crazy, man, because I saw it last year. It was at $10. Wow, crap, dude. $10. This is another good one, man. I don't know, I might keep an eye on this. This is another good one right here, high. Just to drop like maybe $100 in there. Drop $100 in there, get you a nice little 10x if the markets come back alive. Let me tell you guys a story real quick and we can move on to their tokens. A long time ago, not a long time ago, a couple years ago, I bought XCN, the one that you guys were all bullish on. I put $1,800 in there and I held that token for 2 years, man. I'll post the receipts tomorrow or I'll post them in tonight. I bought this token around in 2024. Or 2023, I held it for 2 years. And I ended up getting a 25x on it, dude. And sometimes, like I said, you have to be able to like ask yourself, like, would you hold a token that long if you knew that you were going to get that type of return? And honestly, nobody knows they're ever going to get a return like that. But I'll post my XCN buy. I think this was in 2024, early 2024 or late 2023. I had bought XCN and I got a 25x on that, man. It was crazy. But definitely, you know, this is another one to keep on your radar. Let's check out another one real quick before we go to Aave. Or let's check Aave. Forget this. We'll check Aave first and then we'll look at this other token. Aave, another banger, dude. I bought Aave at 45. I bought this in 2022, 2023. I sold up around here in this area, so I made a nice little 10x on it. You know, for me, I decided to go with Morpho. You know, Aave obviously is going to be the bigger pick because it's with Trump and the World Liberty Fi. But, you know, you could definitely get maybe another 2x out of this, maybe. You know, maybe it can go to 1,000. I don't know, but, you know, honestly, whoever asked for that, I just think that it makes more sense for me to get Morpho. So let's kind of recap a little bit. You know, you have Aave, Morpho. Morpho would be better. Chainlink or Pyth. Chainlink is obviously going to be more institutionally looked at more, but Pyth has a lot more way to go up. You have XRP or you have ZBCN. So those are kind of like, you know, same narratives, but a lot more upside. All right, let's check out VVV real quick. Oh my God, this thing looks horrible too. Jeez Louise. Yeah, man. Coinbase did this one dirty, man. And this was another one, man. When Coinbase, you know, they had all these VC venture capitalists that were in this coin as soon as it came out. Dump City. We had one of our community members that he bought this on launch or something like that, and he just got tore up on this thing, man. Jesus, look at that, man. It's not that bad. 75%. Zeta coin. Yeah, VVV, man. Honestly, I'd rather just go with Arrow, man. Arrow's better. Zeta coin. Damn. Oof. Yeah, bro, that sounds bad as hell. Yeah, I would stay away from this one, bro. This one's pretty bad. I mean, maybe if you're getting into this as a fresh investment, maybe. But if you're like bag holding this, I don't know, man. This is pretty bad. Really, really bad. I mean, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea maybe to drop $100 in there. You know, high risk, high reward. We'll check another coin out. Neon. This is one that was back in the day in 2023, man. Crypto Galaxy. Look at this thing, down 93%, dude. Coinbase was giving it out, I think. Thanks, Plebz. You're welcome. Yeah, look at that, man. But the thing about Neon, though, I think that these guys are still working, though. So they could, make a comeback. I just don't think EVMs are a thing. EVMs are basically like where they cross, between chains and stuff like that. I don't think there's anything that needs to be connected between Solana and ETH right now, but maybe. But this thing looks horrible. Let's see. Let's check out. Oh, one thing about Neon too, they're almost fully diluted, so that's a good thing. Let's see. Let's see, what other coin do we check out? Oh, let's check out Ondo. Let's check out one of Neb's coins. Ooh, 90 cents. Let's go. Look at that, man. Bullish. Man, I know a lot of people are getting ready to give up on Ondo, man. Look at that, dude. Beautiful. Almost 20% in a couple days, man. Crow token. Crow token's another good token, man. Remember they got put on that little package deal with XRP, I think at Cardano or something like that. I think it was XRP, Cardano, Crow, ETH, and Bitcoin. They have that little bundle package that they're putting together, World Liberty Fi, so it's good. But Ondo, man, I'd wait. Maybe we pull back a little bit, get your pen and paper, maybe 83 cents. If we get bearish, 77 cents, start going hard on that thing. But man, dude, when we dip down here, I bought about good 15,000 around here, and I put another Ondo. I don't know, if we go back to this $2 area, that would be nice. But I'm looking for at least us to hit 180 around that area. We'll see. Trump Media ETF, yeah. Oh, speaking of Trump, I might end up taking a position on Trump too, man. Look at this thing, man. This thing, oh my God. And just hear me out on this, because I know some people in here don't like Trump, and I get it. He's going to do something to pump this token, man. You know this dude, man. He's going to do something to get the masses to buy this token again. I think we'll see a $30 Trump token again, in my opinion. Justin Sun, one of the biggest guys with, Tron, he said he's going to buy $100 million worth of Trump token. So definitely, this thing could, maybe not go back to its all-time high, but, I think this would be one to keep on the radar. This was the area to pick up at, this $8, but even maybe dropping, a couple G's in here. See if we can get this run up to at least 16 to 20 bucks, but I think we can hit 30 bucks. I think we can do that. So keep that on your radar. But we gave that call out to you guys in the GigaChad in the Discord. So just keep that on the radar for right now. Let's hit the chats real quick, and then we'll probably end up calling it a night. We've been running for about almost an hour and a half. Your boy has cotton mouth. Does anybody have anything for me real quick? But Ondo, Naka FOMO, what's up, my dude? Hey, first off, shout out to my dude Naka FOMO, man. I've known this dude for a minute. Great guy. We've had a lot of conversations, before I even became a Discord, celebrity, before I started doing YouTube. This dude has been pushing me to get this channel going, and great friend of mine. Dude, thank you so much. You've been a really big inspiration to me, man, and just a good friend. Like I said, you're very valuable to the Discord. This dude has been calling some great stock plays for my Discord. We got into BBAI. He was the one that's been kind of just introducing me to a lot of other stuff that, I'm not a stock person at all. I'm a crypto guru, but I suck at stocks. And you know, he called out the Circle one. I made a shitload of money on that, dude, and I appreciate it. Toncoin. I think Toncoin had a big partnership. I'm not sure if they got it with the government or something like that. Oh yeah, man, this is nice. Definitely can make some quick money on this, dude. Wow. We love Nakafomo, even though he looks like a Portuguese. P, you're mean. Dude. We might have to scoop up some Toncoin, guys. Wow. I haven't really been keeping a good eye on this thing, dude. Yeah, man. No doubt, bro. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Toncoin's another banger, dude. And plus, Snoop Dogg made a YouTube video. I think he made a music video on Toncoin, dude. It was kind of cringe, but... Or I think it was it was Telegram. It was kind of cringe, but... You know, it just shows you, man, that this is a different day and age, man. All right, so Toncoin, guys, look. I mean, its previous low was 273. I mean, if you need to, you know, I guess wait for you know, a better entry, I guess, you know. You know, I mean, I guess maybe set an alarm here at 286.5. And you know, for you guys that are not familiar with how I trade, I look for little things like this. How Jumpman trades is we look for things like this. We look for bounces, and when we get them, I look for consolidation areas, and then when we see a retracement back, you know, we look for a bounce up. And then I have an indicator here that I like to use. It's called the order and breaker blocks. I shouldn't even be telling you guys this stuff. But, you know, I'll be nice. All right, so this kind of just tells me, okay, we got some resistance here. 315. Some more here in this 335. But definitely, you know, man, like I said, bro, I don't know where you bought at. But if you were scooping here at this lower area right here, man, this could be a nice 2x for you, dude. But I think that Toncoin could at least go back to at least 6, maybe to even 7. And if we get this, oh, definitely, you know, it's a possibility. But Toncoin is another coin that I kind of been like not really keeping up with. So yeah, man, thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna keep that on my radar. And then we're gonna cover one more token real quick, and we're gonna cover Pingu because I think my boy P asked for it. They're getting that ETF listing, guys. It's had a pretty nice run up lately, up 30% in 6 days. You know, has a lot of room to run up still. I don't know if it's gonna get that, you know, big run up P back to 4 cents. Me and this token have some problems. I actually bought on launch day. I put in $1,000 on launch day, made $18,000, and within 30 seconds I lost it all. So I don't know what the hell happened. We botched the drop, I guess, but I'm not really fond of that token. I have mixed emotions on it, so you know, anybody that's holding this token, definitely thank you, bro. First time on your channel today. Love from India, my man. Peace and love, brother. Peace and love. Yeah, so maybe 4 cents, P. You know, maybe. I would say maybe 3.5, in my opinion. And go from there. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're not gonna end the video. I just want to talk to you guys real quick. You know, we always have a little last minute huddle up before we close out, and we like to leave things on a positive note. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the crypto markets, and if you guys are in my Discord, and if you guys are in the KGU, You know, just a little bit about what to expect. You know, we're starting to heat up now. I'm getting a lot of messages, and I appreciate them all. And how about XLM? I'll cover. Oh, you know what? Honestly, man, XLM, I prefer XRP. If you hold both, it's better to be an XRP in my opinion. But if you know, when we run up like this, guys, we need to have a couple days to kind of cool down, and we have to kind of just chill. I think sometimes, you know, when people, you know, they start seeing this run up and stuff like that, they just start feeling like they're missing out. And, you know, you have to just chill, because, you know, if you start getting really sucked in by this FOMO, man, you're definitely going to be in a world of hurt. So just, you know, make sure, man, that, you know, when you are making decisions when to buy, you're doing it with the right mindset. Don't do it with FOMO. Do it with just because you did the work, you did your TA, or you at least came in and you know, got a general idea where you want to buy at. Because, you know, look, when something goes up 30%, it's going to come back down. You know, I think that anytime somebody's dropping 4 or 5 G's in right now with, you know, where we are right now, it's really, 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 really risky to do that. So please, you know, like I said, just make sure that you are just relaxing a little bit, guys. I know, like, you feel like you're maybe missing out on money and stuff like that. But look, it's I don't think this bull run's anywhere near being over with. We still got rate cuts. We still have ETFs. We still have a lot of stuff to look forward to. So please don't get sucked into this, you know, FOMO mindset. Relax. You know, make sure that you have just your mindset under control. You know, first thing that I tell people when they join my Discord, or even when I'm talking to some people in the KGU, is that please, like, get your mind under control. For me, that was like one of the hardest things to do, was controlling my mind, because, you know, when I started seeing other people make money, the first thing I was like, damn, man, I'm missing out. I'm not making any money. And then I went and I aped in, which means I bought all in, and then next day I get up, the price goes down 20%. And then I start freaking out, and then I panic sell, and then it goes back up. And then you buy back in, and then it pulls back, and then you lose money. So, you know, you have to kind of just learn how to get these things in check. I think that, you know, if you do have this feeling of that you're missing out, the best thing to do is just to, if you have $2,000 and you feel like you're missing out on something, then buy $400 or $500 worth of the token. That way you at least have exposure, and then you are just having that peace of mind that at least, hey, you got a piece of the action. And then if we start to dip down, then that's when you can use the strategies that we talked about in the Doctrine channel about how to DCA properly. And then, you know, have your strategy. Whenever we dip down further, you use the strategy again. Use that percentage that we talked about. And keep doing that until you get your average at a preferred level. And then if, say, hey, we have something that happens, like where Trump says something crazy and then we dip down a lot, then you can move in harder and get your average down to the preferred level. And that's how you do it. You can't guess all the time, you know, and you can't really just live your life always thinking like, man, what is the best price? I don't want to lose money. I need the absolute best level, because you're not going to find it. You know, they haven't made a Trump indicator yet. And when they do, I'll be the first one to sell it to you guys for $2,000 a pop. But, you know, we just got to kind of wait. And the best thing that I tell people all the time is just, look, chill. Just chill. You know, there's no sense of talking about, man, I should have bought over here. Oh, man, I should have did this. Well, you didn't, okay? Now you just wait and you strike when the next opportunity comes, because there always will be another opportunity. As long as you know, we've all seen how this year goes. Trump ain't gonna lay off Truth Social, so just wait for the next tariff thing, or wait for the next, you know, drama that he starts, and set your alerts 10 to 15 to 20% down, and you'll be surprised within maybe a month or so they'll likely snag. Alrighty? Alright guys, I think we're almost going on close to 2 hours. My voice is shot completely. I really appreciate you guys tuning in to me. I hope that you guys, you know, any questions, you guys are more than happy to message me. I just wanted to come in and talk to you guys. You know, I had a lot of messages in the Discords and stuff like that. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, we can kind of answer a lot of questions instead of me just typing and answering the same questions over and over. That way we can kind of use this YouTube video to kind of go back on. So again, thank you guys that stuck with me for the whole 2 hours. Blessings to you guys, and we will talk later on tonight with some charts. Deuce.